You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Hurricane Game.
The game.
I'm just chilling right there.
It was feeling like destiny wasn't going to bring you here because first it was a bomb scare,
Come
and then
on,
you got
man.
stuck
I
in
got
the
stuck in the
elevator.
For like 30 minutes.
Y'all be having some crazy stuff going on in New York, man. It's like you wake up to bombs, scares, threats. You get stuck on elevators. It's hot. Like, it's crazy, man. I'm just happy to be here. I'm really, really happy to see y'all. You know what I'm
You made
saying?
it back. Welcome back.
Yeah, what game we getting today now?
You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
I got to ask you, though, about being stuck in the elevator. Are you claustrophobic at all? Because that's a scary thing.
Nah, you know what I am? You know what I try to do? I just told myself down there, and I've been stuck in elevators like a lot of times. I just told myself, find your inner cool, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You got to find your own personal inner AC. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was on the elevator with a few people that was, you know, them anxiety types, and
Some
it got
people go crazy.
We got a young lady on here that has a crush on you. Did she try to shoot her shot?
She was on the
That's a
elevator.
perfect time.
It opened too early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know if you
It
ever saw
opened.
that movie Devil. You ever see that movie?
I seen that movie. Crazy.
You didn't make your move, Taylor?
Yeah.
She's shaking no. Now I got a chance to hear Game's album.
You did?
Yeah, I heard Game's album.
1992
at the listening session. Now, album is dope.
Appreciate it.
Album reminded me of mixtape days. Same rapping, same flow, but a lot of samples. Were y'all able to clear that many samples?
Yeah, some of them we just, you know what happens with us is that, you know, with me and Wack, when they know we calling for the samples, it get a little bit easier to clear joints, man, because a lot of them joints don't be getting cleared, man, but we got them cleared. It's cool. I'm glad because I think everything had a sample on it.
Yeah, I think if there's 10 tracks, there's 10 samples. Like, but it gives you that old mixtape, I'm really spitting type of vibe, like F a single type.
And it was joints that like usually like don't get cleared at all, man. So we got real lucky.
Do you consider yourself top 3 lyricists from LA? I was having this conversation with
From
somebody
Los Angeles,
yesterday.
I gotta be. I gotta be.
I said you, Razkaz, and Exhibit.
You know that's
and
a
then
good
somebody
thing.
said Corrupt. They threw Corrupt in there when I was having the debate yesterday.
Philly.
I mean,
Yeah, he is from Philly.
yeah, I mean originally, but Corrupt, you know, he rep for the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So, and he, you know, he put a lot of time in out there. And you talking about just overall
This is lyrics. I'm talking about bars, line for line.
Yeah, I mean, I would be like I would put myself in a 3. If I had to pick 3, I would say it was a Kendrick thing. You know what I'm saying? Can't leave him out. That kid is amazing, and he's very lyrical. I would definitely say Corrupt. Because of what he did at a time where you know what I'm saying, West Coast cats wasn't doing that, and then I mean me, I gotta throw myself in there. It's like, you know, unanimous.
But I think the rap battle.
I don't know. It's a guy, and I love Corrupt, and I'm with the Kendrick Game thing. But it's a guy named Crooked Eye, I think.
I forgot about Crooked Eye.
Again, yeah. So it gotta be a top 5. Crook is.
You can't just do a top 3.
Forgot about Crook.
And everybody that know hip hop, you know that Crook. I mean, you forget. You know what I'm saying? But you know that lyrically.
People forgot. Like, you know, even I forgot.
Yeah.
And I'm a Game fan. And then when you did the diss record to Meek, I'm like, damn, Game could spit. We up here like, damn, Game is giving balls.
I spent too much time at Daddy Daycare, man, and then you know people forget.
I had to listen to that like 10 times to catch everything.
I listened to that diss record at least 5-6 times. Like I always knew you could rap. That wasn't no debate. But I'm like, nah, he's a rapper.
know
in my group chat, my friends were like, did y'all hear the Game as soon as it came out? I was in the car. I was like, put it on now, put it on now.
You know what's crazy is that when I was writing it in the studio.
You wrote it in New York.
I wrote it in New York, Quad Studios, and I couldn't wait to get here because I couldn't find a studio in South Carolina, and I was just like, I got to get to New York because I had these, you know, I had everything bubbling inside. And when I wrote it, I felt the same feeling when I was writing 300 bars. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that it was going to be something when I was done.
Now, one of the Dream Chasers said you had a ghostwriter.
That's crazy because
Chino said that.
I'm always the guy that got a ghostwriter. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody say, well, 50 wrote the first album and yada yada. Well, 50 didn't help write the second album, and the second album still went multi-platinum, and Game was dead. And that's my favorite one. And you know what I'm saying? Shout to 50 because we chopped it up in LA and everything is all good. And then, you know what I'm saying, they say, oh, well, he had a ghostwriter on the second album. And then I did 300 bars. I mean, not 300 bars, but then I did, you know what I'm saying, my 500 bars after that. It's always Game got a ghostwriter, man. I'm in the studio with my homies, you know what I'm saying, and I just got it off. You know what I'm saying? Those my feeling. You can't ghostwrite what Game says.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because only I talk and speak like that.
Well, on Pest Control, was there anything that you originally had thought you would put in a song and said, nah, you know what, this might be too far?
Too far.
There's so
I'm just asking because it went far, but
she
I'm just
right. Hey, yo,
wondering.
she got a thing because there was a lot of things that I left out where I could have went really Charlemagne the God. You know what I'm saying? I could have went there.
You was pretty close.
You went far, but I
He's
was
talking
like,
about shaving somebody's mama's mustache.
That was far. And you know, and it's
sleeping with his
crazy.
sister.
I don't like to do mamas, you know what I'm saying? But I did go to the gram. She did have a mustache, so I felt it was fair play.
but like, what are some things that are off limits too far? Like, what would you say is too far?
I think kids is definitely. I think kids are definitely off limits at all times. Kids, you know what I'm saying? They just kids. Other than that, no one really.
No one.
Yeah, nobody.
Now, everybody thinks this is a publicity stunt to sell 1992.
I've sold 25 million albums. I don't understand how that's possible. I don't even care if 1992 sell or don't sell. Like, for the last 15 years of my life, I've been getting money here, there, everywhere. I'm still rich. I'm not going broke ever. It's not about album sales. Albums ain't really selling like they used to. You're not even getting that much money. It's all in the all in your advance, and then your back end. You know that get chewed up by the label, and you really don't never see that. So it's not about selling albums. I'm not the label. I have a label. They're gonna make the money that they put out to, you know what I'm saying, produce the album and all of that. So I'm not making this record so that the label can make all the money, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it ain't about that with me.
What about these reports that the police never even question you?
It wasn't. See, the thing about that is there's not paperwork for talking to the police and implicating someone. It ain't like I said, yo, he snitched on me, told the cops I had 15 bricks in the trunk and I'm facing 25 to life. No, they had conversations with police officers and implicating my crew and me about that. So when police came to my house the day before I left to come on tour, they were asking questions based on what was told to them by these cats. And there's no paperwork drawn up on that.
So why would Meek tell? Like, what did he have to do with the situation?
I don't understand. I really, and I'm being 100% honest. I really don't understand why he did that. I don't understand.
Weren't y'all cool? Y'all were cool, I thought.
We were solid. When what happened was we was in the club. As soon as I seen him, I hadn't seen him in a while. He was on the house arrest thing in Philly or whatever. So I sent the bottle of rosé just from me to him over to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? You know, to freedom, just being able to move around. Right. And you know, I had told him when I was over there, I'm like, yo, cats been getting robbed in LA, and they have. Cats been getting laid down for their jury, and I told him. So I told him.
Start back up though.
Yeah. So I told him that you know, just watch your back and all that, and when you leave, don't wait till the club. You know what I'm saying? End it, like, you know, get out of here a little bit earlier. So he took my advice. He did that. And after that, Sean Kingston got robbed. You know what I'm saying? Because he one of those type of cats that's like, fool. You see Sean Kingston, that's like an easy mark. You know what I'm saying? So Sean Kingston got robbed. We get out the club. 15 minutes later, Sean Kingston called me, bro, that's messed up. You got me robbed. Meek said that you told him that Cats was robbing and that he should go, and then all of a sudden I get robbed, and that's messed up. I said, look, I ain't get you robbed, dog. If you need help getting your jury back or you want to ask some questions, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? But I said, let me get off the phone with you, call Meek. I called Meek. Meek said, man, I ain't tell that fat nothing. So I said, let me get them both on three-way. Got them both on three-way. Kingston saying, you did tell me. Meek saying, you know what I'm saying? I didn't tell you. So I just hung up the phone, bro. I ain't had time to argue with them. I let it go. Day before I'm leaving for tour, detectives come to my door asking me questions. You know what I'm saying? I told them, yeah, I ain't had nothing to do with that. Slam the door. Like, Cameron, mush it, closed. And then I'm in Miami, in Story. I get off the Patron. I get a little, you know what I'm saying? And then I said what I said because I had that bubbled up inside me, and that was it.
So why now? People are saying if that happened back in June, why do it now?
That happened in June. Detectives knocked on my door this month, though. Before I left for tour. Right. I still compressed it, but then I got drunk in Miami, flew off the handle on the mic and said Meek Mill, and then it happened like that.
But you had a record ready, though. You had a record that was on the album that you threw a little shot at him.
Yeah, I did that before I left. Right before I left.
They told me, I heard about the record about right before you left. I heard about it a while ago. And I knew it was coming out with the album. Right. I was waiting to hear it. And then when you went off in Miami, I was like, oh, here comes the record.
Yeah.
I was calling like
and
crazy.
See, and the record,
that record that morning?
The record was just 92 bars. Right. I put, you know what I'm saying, I went back and changed the last, like, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 bars before I left so that it would fit the situation. The record was already done, and I just added that to the end. So I ain't really get to go in like I wanted to, but then I'm glad that they did what they did over a beat that I love, which is that Young M.A. beat, and I knew, like, I wanted to just kill that beat just because it's a hard beat, hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to get off on it. I'm glad they went and did it first so I can, you know what I'm saying, bring the funeral.
So, Wack, you heard the conversation too, right? Oh, grab the mic, Wack. Pull the mic up. There you go.
Well, you know, I'm always in the middle of the conversation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the key thing to the whole situation was when a man could call you and tell you word for word what a conversation was between you and somebody else, you know somebody. You know he had a conversation.
And that's what I was saying. Exactly. I'm talking, look, exactly. That's like if I tell you something specifically, right? Just you, and I don't tell nobody else in the world, and then somebody else call me, say exactly what I told you, how you ain't telling? How is it possible that you didn't tell them that?
Now,
you know
what if
saying?
Meek would have just said, you know what? All I told him was you did warn me to get out the club.
Been 100.
All good.
Right,
All good.
Not saying that he did anything, but he did say, listen, you should get out of here early. Make sure you don't stay till it's cold.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like this. Let's just say that, you know, Charlamagne, my man, you know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for over 10 years. It's like if you come to L.A. for BET weekend, I tell you, yo, Charlamagne, if you need anything, holla at me. Cash been robbing. I'm your man. This ain't your pocket. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And right there in that same conversation is, let's just say, I don't know, Chingy, right? And then Chingy get robbed.
Okay, that's random.
I don't know.
Why
I
did
just
he say Chingy of all people?
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I looked at my man headphones, they look blingy, Chingy. So anyway, I leave, Chingy get robbed, and then you tell Chingy, yo, Game just told me to watch out, then you got robbed, it's him. It would be like, why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you rob Chingy? He don't have nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, man.
Now you took some shots and Nicki said you want to smash Nicki. I thought you and Nicki was cool. Y'all
me and Nicki,
with each other?
if me and Nicki don't become uncool because I want to smash, Nicki whole thing is because people want to smash. That's what makes Nicki hot. You know what I'm saying? Is that people are attracted to her and that she look good and she doing her thing, and if everybody wants to smash you, you're doing a good thing. That's not a diss.
How do we know Sean Kingston not lying though? Because we saw him.
He said
I
the
just told
conversation
you.
was word for word.
But he might be the type to lie on the three-way.
He might be the type to make up exactly what I told
Oh,
me.
yeah, got you.
He told me, let me tell you what he did.
Okay.
He tells me a different conversation intentionally,
That's
right?
what we do.
So when I get the phone call from Sean, see what Sean did is, because he figured like Game was from Paru, he tried to call the blue side. But see, when the whack politics
They always trying to call around and tell.
That's crazy. That doesn't work. So they called me with Sean Kingston on the phone. So they tell Wack word for word what you just said. So when I get off the phone, I call Game, and I tell Game word for word. He said, I know you're not lying because I didn't even tell you that.
I told him a different joint on purpose.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if I have a story and I tell it to you, and it come back to me, I know exactly who told it because I switched it up when I switched something up when I told it to all three of y'all. So I know exactly what was said. So that's what I'm saying. Verbatim, what I told Meek, it came back through Sean Kingston. That's how I know. You know what I'm saying?
So when you see Sean Kingston on Instagram talking all tough and crazy,
he been calling everybody phone trying to back down off of that. And the crazy part about it is I'm on tour and I'm in New York, but when I get back home and I can really like lay the board out and really play how I want to play, ain't nobody gonna be doing all that. Nobody's gonna be doing all that. And then you got people out there that's gonna say, well, I thought you were an activist. And I'm not Jesse Jackson. I don't gotta be Jesse Jackson for these people. If it's some Black Lives Matter stuff that need to be done and I get up and I serve my purpose and use my platform to do that, then I'm doing that. But if somebody ratting on me and, you know what I'm saying, and implicating my name into some stuff when I already got trial, when I'm already facing, time and all of that for some other stuff, then that angers me and I'm off that Black Lives Matter for a minute. I'm angry about this situation. I'm going to do me. I don't got to be Jesse Jackson for these people 100% of my life. I'm human. I got feelings. It did seem like
you had some reservations, though, after I saw your interview with TMZ.
Right.
So you felt conflicted.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm real. I do feel conflicted. You know what I'm saying? I don't like what's happening with the, two cats that got gunned down. I don't like that. But at the same time, I'm in my skin in my life and I have a problem that I'm trying to address and, you know what I'm saying, put my attention to. Usually I post and I put the positive stuff out there. I say, Black Lives Matter, this is messed up. What are we going to do now? Here it goes again. But I don't want that mixed up with what's going on with this other situation because it's going to look crazy. So I just haven't said anything about it. Doesn't mean that I don't feel, sad. I'm not saddened by, 2 more brothers getting shot down by the police and none of that. It's just that I don't want it looking crazy, so I haven't voiced my opinion publicly, and I don't have to.
Now, every time somebody beats at you, they always bring up some male scripture.
That's crazy, but it's never a video or never a picture. It's only the Photoshop joint that keeps surfacing around.
Yeah, where did that come from?
I
know the G-Unit started it.
G-Unit started it, but a dude that my mom used to date, a bitter dude that my mom used to own a strip club, A dude that my mom used to date that used to help her or, give a little funnel, a little cheese to it, made that up talking, trying to get some money somewhere, and that's crazy.
Gang, you missed the point. He was one of the strippers.
Yeah, and he was working there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the thing about that, it ain't even about that. The crazy part about it is that if your girl got some money, like your girl right now today, and she got some money and she want to give it to me and it's me and her, I'm stripping down. She about to see it. You know what I'm saying? How much you gonna throw it? So it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. And fellas and homies and dudes that's out there, let's not act like we don't change up and get not as hard as we are when we get in the comfort, getting the ladies' company and all of that.
I always say men act completely different around
women.
Come on,
around women. So let's not play. Everybody, thugged out and gangster, and that's cool. But when you get around women or when you with a woman and y'all being intimate, you ain't doing that. You moving them hips like you know what I'm saying? Like you in a 112 group or something, man. Come on, man.
Now Beanie Sigel, he caught a stray.
You know
that
why?
Was more than
look, let me tell you something. That's why I did the freestyle. That's why, because that hurt my feelings. And I'm being 100% honest. I'm a Beanie Sigel fan. We all are. In high school, you know what I'm saying? Mac Daddy, Young Scrappy. No, he ain't the OG gangster. Yes, I is. Like, come on. That dude is coming at me for no reason. With Beans, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really rock with Beans. We all did. State Property, you know what I'm saying? The La Familia album. Like, this is Beanie Sigel, the legend, Broad Street Bully. I don't want problems with Beans. I look up to Beans. That's my homie. We done chopped it. We done smoked L's in L.A., chilled. We done did songs together. I check on him. You know what I'm saying? When he got out of jail, he check on me. We talk about the kid's life. And then all of a sudden, he in pictures and he got something to do with a song dissing me for no reason without talking to me. You got to get it.
In defense of Beans, and everybody know when it come to my brother right here, right or wrong, I stand with him. Beans called me last night.
Okay.
He called me the day before originally, upset on my phone, right? Talked to him. We had a conversation. He called me last night.
I'm going to tell you what he said.
And the first thing out his mouth was, I apologize, I was out of line. He never heard the 92 Bars song where Gang
I just got through Big and Beans Up. You know what I'm saying? You heard it?
Right?
Yeah.
So he said when he goes to the studio, he now knows that they had heard the song.
He went to the studio to write for O'Malley. You know what I'm saying? But I told him, I said, that's
what he said.
I don't want
that's what he said. That dude.
I mean, well, you know what I'm saying? Dude is a street cat, and I mean, in defense of O'Malley while I'm smashing him, in defense, like he not a rapper like that, so he might need a little help, and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I told Beans when they called you to get on the song and write a cat's write his version of the diss at a dude that you rock with and you been 100 with, you supposed to slam the door on that. Like, I know it's Philly, you got to hold it down, but Beans gonna stand down on this one. That ain't my thing. I ain't got to jump in that. You should have knew. And he said, you know what, Chuck, you right. You know what I'm saying? You're right. But he did it. He jumped out the window, and it hurt I'm talking about it really hurt my feelings because I didn't want to go at Beans, but I had to, and I did what I had to do.
I love how you did diss records killing these people, and you're also defending them now. Like, you just...
it's 100.
But it's one,
you know, because I try to keep it 100, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's very rational.
I understand that if you don't have up to par rhyme skills, you might have somebody to step in. I understand that. So I can't say that it's if he would have if Beans wasn't there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been that. So I understand he needed help.
So Beans not going to retaliate. It's not going to be another diss from me. I was kind of looking forward to hearing something.
Nah, man, we talked to Beans. He talked to Beans. He put me on the phone with Beans, and it's all good. And it's cool that it's all good because I can go back to respecting a legend and, you know what I'm saying, the way that he's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, respected. I didn't want to disrespect Beans, but I had to. And I even had to show Beans that you can get it too. You can get it too. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody, man. I gotta stand up for myself. And it's just me.
He threw like line. Damn,
I thought you and Bean had a light issue prior to this, though. Like,
me and Beans?
Yeah, when y'all was going back and forth with the Rock a little bit.
It might have
maybe.
been Bleak or somebody.
Nah. That wasn't me. Me and Beans never had no problems.
On the diss record, Meek says Mac sunned you or won you or something.
I don't know, man. I don't know what he talking about.
Now,
on
Meek
that
also
thing.
reached out to you as well. Did he reach out to you too?
Nah, Meek's been reaching out to me through my family on the 60 side, Nipsey Hussle and Big U. His whole disposition is now he understands why it happened, as if he didn't know what Sean Kingston had did or said or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, and this is what I do know, because my ears always to the streets. Meek is living in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills, right?
That's crazy.
He's living in Beverly Hills because it might be a slight problem, a slight issue, you know, on the Philly side. So he doesn't want that problem to go there. He know we got to come back home. Worst case scenario, he'll get ran back to Philly, but he just left Philly.
Yeah.
There's nowhere he don't want to be. And at the end of the day, it's hip hop. You said something, he said something. It's all fair game. Like, what's the problem?
One thing you said, Wacky, I thought was interesting. You said that if Meek knew all this stuff about game beforehand, why do records with him?
Why was you working with him?
So then how do you bring it back around? How can y'all be cool again knowing that that's how you
Well,
really
it
feel?
ain't
It's
about
not
being
even
cool.
about being
It's just
cool.
about it just being able to be, you know, at the same festival or in the same club, conducting your business and being able to go in and out without it being a problem.
Well, now you say that now. What was the conversation like with Fifth?
You know what, man?
That's been a long time coming.
You know what's crazy is that I didn't expect it to go like that. I went over there. I expected him to, you know, be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Right. Like not how it was. It was too cool. We chopped it up for about like 15, 20 minutes. It was no problem. Nobody got on edge on my side. Nobody got on edge on his side. I went over there. I walked straight through, you know what I'm saying, security. We chopped it up. We held a dap the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And we was like, as close as I am to this mic,
that was defensive. We both.
Yeah, I'm not letting go of your hand.
We both going to right arms.
Yeah. No, we both did. No, we definitely did that. And I know he was thinking like, yo, he could. Like, I don't know how his left is. And I was thinking like, yo, if I feel it, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you why it was bad. Because when we put them together, Monster's standing behind Game, and I'm standing behind 50.
Right.
So either way it went,
It'd have been bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was going, because
you know.
and I kept seeing Monster over my shoulder, but I seen Wack over his shoulder, so I'm like, it's gonna be a 2-on-2 if it go anywhere. But we chopped it, and you know what? At the end of the day, me and him couldn't even explain to each other where it really went wrong, and it had been over 10 years, and it was like, we couldn't even explain to each other what happened. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just know that we was young and we was angry, and you know what I'm saying, shots got fired, but it was all good, and we chopped it up, and that ain't necessarily say that it's gonna be a G-Unit reunion or we gonna do a song, but we solid. And just like he said, so if me and Fifth is in the same club, my side ain't on edge, his side ain't on edge, and we just, you know, we in there, we coexisting.
Have you spoken to him since then?
Oh no, I haven't talked to him, but Wack have.
Now everybody knows y'all get down, fighting, whatever it is, but they was giving you flack for squashing the beef with Thug and Dirk.
Yeah.
So how do you pick and choose which ones you?
Because here's the thing. Number one, when I ran into Dirk, it was at a Rick Ross thing. You know what I'm saying? And we chopped it up. And some people don't understand that when I could have in LA, I could have smashed. I really could have. It wasn't like I was in Chicago. And if I was in Chicago, I would have been vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I go to Philly, I'm vulnerable. But we was in LA. I chopped it up with Dirk, and he was 100 about everything. And then I was at fault because I just jumped in because Tiger called me and needed help. So I just jumped in on some West Coast OG. I jumped in.
Game train to go.
So again,
look about that one.
So again, I was.
You told him that, what? You told him?
Hell yeah, I told him that.
So again, I was at fault. So I understood that. He wasn't pressing the issue. I wasn't tripping, so we squashed it like that. As far as Thug has told me, Thug told me, yo, I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? You the big homie. You know what I'm saying? You the big blood. Like, I don't have no issues. And again, I jumped out the window for Wayne. That's my man, and it's still my man. It's always gonna be my man. That's like my dude. And so me and Thug squashed. They did a shout out for my kid's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was big. And my son don't know the beef and with Young Thug and Game, and he really appreciated that. So that's where that went. So you can't be mad at cats for taking the man approach when you're asking on Instagram and in the comments for us to cease, and then when it cease, you want to say, oh, they copping please, or they squashing, but then if we go shooting it, oh, y'all dumb. Like, come on, man.
But you're aware, though. You know it wasn't about nothing. It wasn't about nothing with either one of them.
Charlamagne,
exactly.
The best war fought is a war without casualties, period. Because at the end of the day, we're all somebody's children, we're somebody's fathers, somebody's husbands, or whatever, and like on my watch, because I come from the casualties, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it goes the other way, because it's too easy for me to do the other thing.
Yeah, because even with the Stitches dude, y'all didn't mob on him. He approached y'all.
I don't even know where dude came from, but he went out like a light. You know what I'm saying?
You guys got him a lot of attention, though, because nobody knew who
we
he
don't
was.
care about that. Have it. If you want attention for getting slept on the news, have it.
Now, what happened the other night in Miami? Because I think he said
he was trying to take credit for that.
Look, let me tell you what happened in Miami. Number one, we don't have cars in Miami. We don't have vehicles in Miami. We on tour buses. When we get off the tour buses, we got car service, provided by, Headliner Mike, whatever, to get us to and from, SUVs. They came through and shot up some cars that wasn't our cars when we wasn't there. When we was halfway through Atlanta when we woke up to the news that Game cars got shot up. It's like media mixed with a bunch of crazy stuff. Like, nobody shot at my car, or I don't know. Like, I don't even know what that was. So you don't feel like
you were targeted in that?
No.
If it wasn't our cars and it wasn't where we was at, like how?
It was a Suburban, a G-Wagon, and an E-Class Mercedes. Now, we all look at this man's driveway, right? If I was to get him any of those vehicles, he would not talk to me for like a month.
It's like, and so, they shooting up, they shot up somebody's cars, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about that is that your cars don't bleed, man. You wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go shoot us an empty car. Like, what's your mission in life?
Right.
What is your mission? That's your mission? Because you knew nobody wasn't going to be sitting in no cars at 6 a.m. in the morning, and you don't even know who cars, you just shooting it. Like, come on, man. Like,
what do you think of Nipsey saying that you and Meek are displaying bad leadership?
I talked to Nipsey about that. I told Nipsey that you doing exactly what I would do if I was you and you was me in this situation. Right. It shows growth. It shows that you mature, and that's dope that you did that. But I'm not on that. I'm on this. And he understood it. And you know what I'm saying? That's my little homie. I rocked with Nipsey ever since I rolled my window down, you know what I'm saying, and took Nipsey demo and actually listened to it. And I was in violation in his hood, and I had a Glock on my lap. Nipsey will tell you this. That's how I was riding in LA. I always looked out for Nipsey. I got on his song first when he came through. When Big U brought him through the studio, I rocked with him. I took him on tour. Then for nothing, I did the same thing with Cal. I look out. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love with Nipsey. That's my brother. That's my homie, and I respect his position. He did right. He didn't do wrong by saying that we should be on that. I wasn't on that.
So you think you and Meek, does it have to come to a fist fight?
That's what I would like to happen.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, Wack?
Nah, fist fight not going to happen because he's already...
UFC fighter game.
He's already letting me...
you work out all the time. I don't think that's really fair.
He's already letting me know.
It ain't even a fair thing. It's just a man-to-man thing. If you got a problem with a man, he got a problem with you. It's all good. It's better than us whipping out guns and somebody dying. We ain't got to do that.
But you look like an MMA fighter. Like, come on.
Man,
you expect to really fight you.
Come on,
hold on, Charlamagne. Listen, at the end of the day, people go with this height thing and all this. I'm 5'7". Stitches every bit of 6'3", 6'2", 80, 290. What that mean? Where your heart at?
You're right.
And ain't nobody even do none of that, dude. I don't even know where he came, what his problem was, and where he came from. I just know what happened. Like that was crazy. Like that.
Did Nicki reach out to you at all? Like, come on, take my picture down off the.
Nah, but it like Nicki should just stay out of it. She in her lane doing her thing. She's an amazing artist, you know what I'm saying? And I got, you know what I'm saying, love and respect for her. I'm sorry I had to drag her into this, and you know what I'm saying, it was a minimal drag. Right. But she wasn't disrespected, you know what I'm saying, at all. I went and did what I had to do.
It was a jab at him to post the picture. Everybody knew it was from a video. It wasn't like it was a personal.
And I mean, it looked like a photo shoot or a video shoot. It don't look like us somewhere in a hotel somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it was all good.
Where'd you get the information that he FaceTime?
We know that. I mean, we got
everybody. You know, number one, you heard that before. You know what I'm saying? Like long time ago, just in the know-how. But Safari told me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Now, what about the Kardashians? We were talking about this the other day.
You don't want to have no friends over there, man.
You don't want no new
Number one, that's not gonna stop.
That's exactly what I said. Girls are still, it doesn't matter.
That's not gonna stop, man. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing. It is what it is.
Was Kanye upset? Did he try to reach out?
Nah, me and Ye, we solid, man. He don't never get upset.
Ye.
And it was before Ye, and Ye understands what it is. And but we made, me and Ye made a thing to not, you know what I'm saying, go at, not bring up people's wives and stuff like that, and family, like just close family in a disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, manner. So I ain't disrespect nobody.
You're too honest, man.
I just tell it, tell the truth, and it's all good, man. They good people, man. Kim and Chloe, they good people. I don't got no problems with them. I'm just saying that my piece.
Now, what if one of them chicks come out and be like, "Game snitching"?
I mean, I can't see that happening.
I thought the third one was the mom. That's what the game knocked down the mom.
That would have been a great.
I've never heard that.
I'm looking at your body language and everything. Like, did he knock Chris off?
Hey, I've never heard that.
Now let's talk about 1992.
Yeah.
Why 1992? It was a great year.
It's just 12 years old, first year I started gangbanging, man. Same year as the LA riots, the world was tuned in on that. I was out there in it. It was just devastating, you know what I'm saying, to the city. But as a 12-year-old, we looked at it as like, free groceries, and you know what I'm saying, we was out there looting and doing our thing. And also, I was in the basketball. The Dream Team won Olympic gold. A lot of things was going on in 1992, and that was just a real just pivotal year for me in my life. And so, I just wanted to go in and out some stories about, the time frame and me being a kid in Compton, and during that time.
Aside from the bonus track, you also were very adamant about not having any features on this album. Why was that important?
It's just something for my fans. They always just want to hear all game and say, we want you to do an album with no features. So it was just a fan thing.
Did the Wu-Tang album come out in 1992? Is that when it?
Yeah, the Wu-Tang album did come out. I got a song on there called.
I
got a song on there called. I grew up on Wu-Tang.
That bonus track is not on the actual 1992 disc. It's just on the.
It's a good record. It's top 10. It's spinning, and so the label got to do their thing.
It's a nice record. Right, every time I hear it, Karuchi.
Yeah, I like it. And that wasn't no disrespect to Chris Brown. When I did the song with Scott Storch and it came to that part of the song, I just kept hearing that in my head, so I just said it.
You just screamed.
Everybody said you was throwing a shot at Chris Brown in the 92 bars too.
Nah, I ain't throwing no shots at Chris in there, man.
You did like a bunch of Karuchi's pictures before and everything. Do you feel like for somebody like Chris Brown, because he's sensitive when it comes to her, that he could
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Because he was always posting stuff on Instagram about it, even after they broke up.
Yeah.
He clearly wanted her back. That's why he said her name in the song.
Right.
So I'm sure
all I know is that they not together, and I'm not disrespecting nobody's girl by posting pictures. Like, his cats post pictures of women all day. I got homies that post you know what I'm saying, all day. I got homies that post other chicks. It's just, that's what Instagram is.
What about your ex, though? What if somebody posted a picture like Woman Crush Wednesday?
That's their thing. And you know what? More power to you, because she's a good woman, and I would think that was dope. And I would be like, you got fans out here. That's dope. It's supposed to.
Would you allow her to date again?
How could he not allow her? I mean, she's an adult.
Because he's the game and he's in LA.
Number one.
People would be intimidated, I'm sure. But that's on them.
She got to call Whack or somebody for permission to date.
I'm going to tell you what.
She got called. Hey, she got called. See? And I wasn't notified. I'm tripping.
I was in the club. We were in the club. The game's why ex was in the club. And I was watching people, and they'd be like, that's so-and-so. They'd be like, that's game. Nah.
So let me tell you about that. See? She's dated. She's dated cats since we've been broke up, and that's cool. You know, having them around my kids is a different thing because that's something that I need to approve. I love my kids too much to allow, and I know how dudes is. So if you want to date their mom and she's grown, so she can date who she want. She could, you know, like fiddle who's good for her, who's not. But about my children, you got to come check in with me about that because I don't want any dude just around my kids.
You don't have a problem with her dating?
No, I don't have no. I don't have no problems
Just
with
not
that.
around the
But
kids.
the thing is that when it's games, baby mama, if you a dude, you think like, now I don't really want those problems. So I'm gonna go this way with the light skinness.
That hood politics in LA is crazy.
Yeah.
It's not,
and then here's another thing.
y'all worse than Republicans.
Here's
and
another
Democrats.
thing. She not an easy pick up. You can't just get her number and think you're gonna take her out and you're gonna smash. She driving Bentleys and Maybachs and all of that, and she content and comfortable in life. And so you can't just come in thinking that you're gonna hit her with the okie doke and get you some, you know what I'm saying, some
It's
pee.
gonna be some work.
You're gonna have to
gotta
work.
put
I
in
had to
some
work, and we 2 kids in. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't letting me smash. Not even on the off, not even on the on night. It don't even matter. You win a beef, you could drop 10 oohs. You ain't going in there and doing that. She 41 years old. She's a respectable person. She a school teacher. She a Christian. She hold it down for my kids, and I got a lot of love and respect for her. And it's not easy. So it's a process.
Do your kids ever ask you like, Daddy, what's going on with this beef?
I don't got to talk to them about that. They don't
even say
I'm the dad. I'm the dad, and you don't like. Y'all want Yeezys, y'all want dogs, y'all want to ball out as kids, you want an iPhone 7 and all of that. You don't get to question me about what I do to take care of y'all. I don't have those conversations with my kids. I allow kids to be kids. My kids on Instagram, they already know where to go, what not to go. I got the parental restrictions on the Xbox, on the iPhones, on everything. If they drift off, which could or could not happen, I bet not know about it. I bet not see it. And if I see it, we're going to have a conversation about it. After that, if it persists, then I'm going to have to step in and I'm going to have to discipline you. I ain't never with my kids, but they're terrified of me, as they should be. I'm a parent. And we got a good rapport, man. So I'm not worried about my kids. They square, they lovely people, and I love them to death.
So where does the beef go from here? And you gonna be more records?
We going to go outside and we just going to figure it out. From there, I don't have no idea. I can't say it's over. I can't say that I don't have a problem with that guy. I can't say nothing. I can't say I don't want to fight. I can't say nothing. I'm here with y'all explaining it. From the root of the problem to what it is now, and I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm gonna be here for whatever it is.
You plan to fight Sean Kingston too?
Huh?
What about Sean Kingston?
Sean Kingston, fat, sloppy. Stop. Yo, he better stop playing. He better really, really, really stop playing.
Yeah, because what he's going to do is, like, what he doesn't understand is when people hear that, we don't even have to say nothing. Certain people are just going to react, and I don't think he's understanding that. People are just going to react out of pure respect to make that call and say, we handled that. You know what I mean? So what we've been doing is making a bunch of calls.
You know how many people call, real hood that want to go. You know what I'm saying? At Cass, and I'm telling what I'm saying. I'm not saying go smash out, go kick. Like, nah, I'm telling people chill. Like, chill. Like, I'm going to figure this out. Me and Wack, we on the road, we going to figure it out. This dude's pulling up at addresses, like sending us pictures of gates.
Yikes.
Like, and I'm like, nah, it ain't that. We gonna chill, we gonna figure it out. I handle it. And when I get home, I can really sit down and balance out everything, connect the dots. And what Cass got to stop doing, stop thinking you're going to come to L.A. and you're going to call the powers that be on me. You know what I'm saying? You're not calling, flipping nobody on game in L.A. It's not happening. Even though the gangs is all, separate and the leaders is all.
Lord have mercy on my poor soul.
You know what I'm saying? Even though everything is all separate, like, stop thinking you're going to call and get me in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not happening. They gonna call and tell me what you said, and then we gonna turn on, and then it's gonna flip on you. You know what I'm saying? So the LA politics is crazy, man.
Somebody better chill out, whoever house that is.
So I'm saying, I'm just being 100% honest. Like, in LA, it's real.
I got your
tricky.
address, Sean
You know what I'm
Kingston.
saying?
And the chick you staying with, you better chill out.
It's cats pulling up, sending us pictures.
Oh my goodness.
That's Nicki address?
Like, we'll go.
Oh,
Right.
It's
Lord
not
have
even in my
mercy.
immediate crew, and I'm like, yo, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So there's no way to resolve it with Meek except a fist fight between you two.
No, listen. You got to understand this. We already knew what we knew
not gonna fight me.
before he made the decision to keep it on wax, right? So instead of us taking the information we had and moving another way, he decided to handle it another way, which is like, it's hip hop. It's like no violence. You know what I mean? Even if it was a fight, think about it. Your people there, our people there. It's only gonna go so far. You're not gonna get stomped out. You might get dropped a time or two, but how far is it really gonna go? It's not like somebody caught you in the swap meet. You just you and your girl. It's not gonna go that far. Right. But even with that, he chose to, because whatever his request is, I'm damn sure gonna carry it all the way out. Mm-hmm. He did. He went in the studio. So what's the problem?
But y'all don't want to go too far, though, because y'all want to fight, but then you see O'Malley posting up Uzis, and if somebody
that better stop.
That was crazy.
That better stop.
That was very incriminating.
O'Malley got to respect the fact that his man is on the West Coast.
Let me tell you something real quick, and it go like this. I ain't been to Philly in like 8 or 9 years. I ain't been to Philly. Philly, it's not one of those towns where you got to go through if you're a hip-hop artist. Los Angeles, New York, Miami, Atlanta. These are where the awards are. These are where cats move out of their towns and come live and do that. A lot of cats is moving to L.A. and living in L.A. I can manipulate L.A. positively or negatively at my disposal when I want to. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you live in L.A. You got to be in L.A. You got to come to L.A. even if you don't live in L.A. I don't ever got to go to Philly. And I understand that if I'm in Philly, that I'm vulnerable. That's not my hood. That's not my area. I don't control it. I don't know too many cats from Philly. I'm out of my envelope. In New York right now, I'm out of my envelope. I'm out of my comfort zone, my element. I can't boss up in New York and say I'm running Brooklyn or the Bronx or none of that. I can't do that. But in LA, Compton, South Central, California, the Bay, San Diego, I'm locked there and I can manipulate the streets if I want to. But I'm not a negative. I don't wake up and want to be negative. Mm-hmm. My only problem is that this dude ran his mouth off on something that he shouldn't have for no reason when all I did was look out. And my problem ain't with nobody. It ain't with Philly. I got love for Philly. You know what I'm saying? I got love for Philly. It wasn't with Beans. My problem was with one guy. It could stay between me and that guy. It don't got to be whack problem with his man or his cousin problem with my cousin. No, my problem is with one man. Let that man face me like a man and let's figure it out. And if that's a fight, cool. If we talk and if we meet up and we talk and we ain't and no hands are thrown, that's cool. Let that man meet me, talk to me in my face, and let's work it out that way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We can do it like that. It ain't gotta be.
You said he tried to call you, ain't answer his call.
I was hot that day.
Okay.
I was hot that day. I was real hot that day. He did call my phone. I ain't had to Photoshop it. He didn't say it was Photoshop. He said that he called. So it's like that day I was hot. I don't know.
And he said you text him on the day it happened, the Kingston thing happened or something like that, the robbery?
I told you I did. Yeah, I told you I did. I was asking him why, like, what, you know what I'm saying? What is Sean Kingston saying?
Right.
Sean Kingston better get out of this and stop playing, dog.
But do we need to call Farrakhan? That's cool.
Nah, I don't know who you need to call, but I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm moving.
When the album comes out October 14th,
right.
1992.
Hey, yo, don't plug the album no more. We don't want him to say I'm up here for the album. Who cares?
But no, we care.
The album's good. The label cares. The album's good.
Yeah, the label ain't out here knuckling up though. And much love to Los and E1 and all that. But I'm not that kind of cat.
So you know what I'm saying? About the album? Game?
Nah, we talked about it. We talked about.
So
we got to plug it.
It's just timing.
We don't got to plug it again. We going, shout it out if you want on the air when I'm not here. If Los tell you to, or if they pay you for the spot or do what they got to do.
Definitely shout out to album release.
Whatever, man.
Hey, yo, 1992.
Stop saying that I'm doing stuff for album sales because albums ain't even selling like they were selling when we came into this game when I was selling 5 and 10 million. Albums sell 100,000. My last album, Documentary 2, went gold. That's cool for this climate. Even though it went gold, I didn't see no back end off that. Right. I got a big check in the front and I went about my business. So as far as if my album sell one copy, I don't care. I park a Lamborghini next to a Bentley truck, next to a Porsche, next to a Ghost, next to a Maybach. I'm not tripping. I get my money from other places. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36 years old. I'm chilling. I'm comfortable in hip hop. I'm comfortable with the fact I'll never be broke again, no matter what in life. The bags is here. We good. Y'all want to eat?
I'm good.
And we're definitely on the Breakfast Club. We're definitely on the Breakfast Club to promote
I got you, man. No, we ain't.
Let's be clear. We're on the Breakfast Club to promote the album. We did not drop Pest Control to promote the album. We're in New York.
I dropped
definitely to promote the album.
I dropped Pest Control because they went and got Beans.
Okay.
Point blank and period. I felt like it was getting real, and I had to do what I had to do. You went and got people.
Well, we appreciate the boss.
Yeah, we do.
You know, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to see
you.
nobody fight and get hurt, but we appreciate the boss.
Well, behind the scenes, we want to know about the weed dispensary because we want to open one in New Jersey.
Hey, let me tell you something. Like, I don't know about when weed is gonna be legal in New Jersey or when y'all.
It is legal in Jersey.
Lightly.
Nah, that ain't legal. That's medicinal. In November, the law is gonna be passed to legalize weed in California. Period. Across the board. When that happens, if you have $100 into a dispensary or into one of these weed brands, whether it's a dab company or the marijuana itself or a pen or a lighter or something like that, your money is gonna quadruple. So I'm saying, like, just remember I told y'all just how prohibition was in the early 1900s for Jersey. Can you imagine if you owned Patron then, just a little company that was on the street smuggling your tequila? You know what I'm saying? When it flipped over, now look at Patron. It's $1 billion company. Right. It's the same thing is going to happen with marijuana across the board. It's going to start in California, and then it's going to come out here. I'm saying if you got a little something, 1,000, 10,000, put it there. In 10 years from now, you're going to be sitting on something. Because I guarantee, I don't want y'all reading headlines like, yo, Game then caught up with Dre and Puff and he's almost a billionaire off the weed. Something that we used to slang in the hood, taking penitentiary chances. Because I'm telling you that I own a dispensary. I'm about to buy another one. I put $1 million in January. I've already seen $7 million. Wow. And it's only September. So, again, for album sales, sell what to who for what?
You ain't lying about that weed business. I got a head start on that.
And even if you even if you hate, even if you a game hater and you don't like me or you whatever, and you better invest in this Trees by Game stock. I'm telling you, hate me. I won't never. We can hate each other, but your money coming to you. But think I'm playing and then watch it go past C-SPAN or CNN and you know what I'm saying, 6 months and then everybody gonna be like, oh, I should. Nah, then it's gonna be too late. Because all the money is in and everything is booming and it's gonna hit Wall Street and it's gonna be crazy. Weed is gonna hit Wall Street. Then what?
Enough said.
That'd be great for weed delivery businesses too. Yeah. If you wanted to start
it's gonna get crazy.
They got it. They had that already.
They got that in L.A.
Yeah, wow. They got that in L.A.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the game. It's the Breakfast Club.
Game.
Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.